Hello, Avon High School. I'm Carson Goslin.
I'm Dave Orlando, and we would like to finish off today's show with our Veterans Day tribute.
This video is to thank all the veterans around the world who have served and are currently serving our country.
We are doing this by highlighting a few of our own staff members who have served in the military.
Join us and take a moment to reflect on what it means to celebrate and honor our veterans on Veterans Day.
Veterans Day didn't start out as Veterans Day. It started out as Armistice Day, which was originally a holiday to honor the people who served in World War I.
I was in the service for 8 years, 2 enlistments. I was on 3 aircraft carriers, the Kitty Hawk, the Constellation, and the Carl Vinson. I was in Airedale. I was in squadrons for 4 years in the service, to where our pilots would fly planes, and we would just go back and forth to aircraft carriers in deployments. That's what we did.
My war was Vietnam, and back in the late 60s, early 70s. That's where I was.
It goes back to high school. I actually was in the junior ROTC program at Miami Coral Park Senior High School. From there, I was nominated and got admitted to the United States Military Academy at West Point, where I was commissioned as a first lieutenant in the Military Intelligence Corps. By the time I was out of the Army, I was out as a captain. We did probably about 5 months in Iraq.
And now it's a day where we honor all veterans who served at any time, not just in wartime, but any time, and not just the ones who gave their lives. Or we have another holiday for that, that's Memorial Day.
Some got home, some didn't, but all knew that there were chances that you wasn't coming home, and you was there to fight for your country and the freedoms that we have here in the United States of America.
For me personally, and a lot of service men and women, they kind of hone in on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. A lot of people tend to get those confused. We're a little bit touchy when it comes to Memorial Day. A lot of people will still be like, oh, thank you to the veterans. And Memorial Day, we know, honors those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. They're no longer with us. And so Veterans Day really is the day that we thank and honor those people that have served, that are still alive, and maybe have gone on to different fields. So
we don't usually get off of school. Some people aren't really excited about it, but since I am one, it's a big deal to me. It's a way of remembering, saying thank you to the veterans who served.
Well, the service affected my life in a lot of ways, but mostly it made me a man. It made me respect my country even more than what it did. And at the time, I needed that discipline. And I got that, and it changed my whole life in the service.
I was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, and so we got a lot of exposure, particularly taking troops into landing zones, taking them out. That was the worst time. A lot of, for helicopter people, a lot of it was luck. Obviously, we had to fly, we couldn't shoot. We had to rely on our machine gun door gunners for that. And as I look back on it, I was lucky.
Veterans Day is so important to me because of all of the soldiers from all branches of the service.
So you never know. I never thought I'd deploy, and there were days out there in Iraq when some of those mortars are coming in, and you learn one of those things is that our comfort is so relative. You learn sleeping on a Humvee is more comfortable than sleeping on the ground, and then finally a cot is more comfortable. So a lot of people don't understand that even if those people have gotten out of the service, they really put a lot out there during the time that they were in.
Nowadays, when people go off to fight or they come home, there's a lot of celebrations and parades and welcomes, and that's a good thing. but Vietnam wasn't a popular war. And back then, when you came home, outside of your parents and your friends, most people didn't care how you came home. And that's why, even to this day, whenever you see two Vietnam veterans greet each other, we always do it the same way. We shake hands and we say, "Welcome home, my friend. Welcome home."